Hey, welcome back to Homegrown Country Home Place, friends. How y'all doing today? Well, today I'm working on my 2017 Ram 3500. I've got about close to 100,000 miles on my water pump. I've replaced it one time before, and I'm getting close to 200,000 miles on the truck itself. And I'm going to go ahead and do a preventive maintenance and replace my water pump. Don't want it going out on the road. There's nothing wrong with my water pump right now. It just doesn't cost that much to replace the water pump, and I'd rather go ahead and get it done before it actually goes bad. A lot of people have said theirs had went bad, you know, a little bit over 100-something thousand miles, some a little bit before. So I'm just going to go ahead and be do some preventive maintenance on it. And what I used, the other pump I put on it was the Cummins pump, and that's what I've bought for this change too. And there's a part number right there. I had good luck out of the Cummins water pump, and I'm going to show you what I can on this. It's very simple, very easy. I'm just going to remove this air filter housing right here. Then I'm going to go down in here and take this bolt loose from this fan shroud here. So this fan shroud will kind of collapse right here a little bit, and that give me a little bit of room to put my arm and hands through there, and also get my water pump out. And so I'm gonna go ahead, and the first thing I'm gonna do, y'all, is just take the belt tensioner and loosen it up there. And I'll see if I can show y'all how I do that. It's real easy. Last time I actually replaced my belt, when I did my water pump, but the belt still looks good, y'all, so I'm going to leave that on there. So I'm going to crawl up under here and see if I can get that belt tensioner loosened up and take that belt and move it out of my way there. Alright, y'all, I'm up underneath my truck here, and there's your tensioner right here, and I've got my belt tool right here that I'm going to use to relieve the tension on the tensioner, and I'm going to pull my belt off. You can access this from the top side if you want to. I'm just going to do it from the bottom side, so the tool itself will be out of my way there. Alright, y'all, if you can go ahead and take this air filter housing out. I'm going to take this nut off this support right here for the fan shroud, and you look down in here, you can see the water pump right in here, and the wiring harness right there for the fan clutch. I'm just going to take this connector loose right there, and my belt, I took it loose from the air conditioning compressor, and I can take it off the alternator now. And I'm gonna go ahead and take a lot of this stuff loose here, and I'll show you what it looks like, and I'll show you what you need to do to take the water pump off. Get this box out after you take your top off your air filter housing. You will have two connectors right there. You'll see those on your air intake housing right there, and you're gonna have this bolt right here you're gonna take out, and you're gonna have a wiring harness on the side over here. You see that little clip right there, just push that out, and you'll have a connector, I'll show you, on the side of this box you'll take it loose. So I'm going to go ahead and take this box out. Y'all, here's my air filter box. You just pull it pretty much straight up, wiggle out, and here's this wire right here, hooks to the side of this I guess like a motor actuator that controls airflow to your air filter box. You can move it out of the way like I did there, or you can unhook it. I just probably gonna unhook and get out of my way, just give me a little bit more room there. You can see right here this connector for my fan clutch. I disconnected that, and also the little grommet right there that keeps it locked into place. You got like a light here so you can see. You have a metal bracket right here it goes into. I just took it out and that way my belt, I pull my belt up above this bracket right here and got kind of pulled out of my way across top of my alternator there. So you can kind of see in there now, the water pump was a little tight still, but anyway, you can see the water pump right here, and kind of cleans the area up a little bit, allows your hand to get in there, and plus it kind of keeps everything a little clear before you get in there to take your two bolts out. And so I'm fixing to get ready to take this bolt out here, so it's shroud for the fan to move with me a little bit, get a little bit more room to get in there, and then I'll be ready to take the water pump out. Got that loose, and what I did, I just took a 2x4 and stuck in between that shroud and the stud right here. You can see it kind of pushed it back here out of your way, gives you a whole lot of room there. You can just get right in there, that water pump now, and you'll see right here, you got one bolt right here. That's one you're gonna take it loose, and the other bolt you're gonna take it loose. It's right here. So let me get you in here to see it. Anyway, it's at the bottom right here. You can see where I'm pointing right here with my finger. You only got two bolts. Just take them two bolts loose, and your water pump will come right off, and you'll be ready to put your new one on. Now I will say, one thing I didn't do this time that I did last time was I drained the antifreeze out of my radiator because I was changing my coolant out anyway. But this time I'm just going to put a 5-gallon bucket up under it and ease that water pump loose, break the seal, and let the antifreeze run off in the 5-gallon bucket that way. That way I don't have to worry about draining it from the radiator. But let me show you this real quick. It's on your driver's side, and what I did, I took his power steering pump reservoir loose right here and moved it out of my way, and you can go down in. It's real tight to get to your peacock drain for your radiator, but you can do it, you know, it's right down in here. But like I say, I'm not going to do it that way this time. We're just going to drain it by the water pump. And alright y'all, these are 10mm bolts, so that's what size socket I'm using. And I just got a little bit longer ratchet here, and I'll give you my torque specs on it. I went and look it up there. I forgot what my torque specs was, so I'm just going ahead and break them loose. Go up here on this top one here, break that and I loose. Then I'm just going to go ahead and get my smaller ratchet. I might be able to take them out with my hands from this point. Let's see here. Yeah, that in there is coming out. Like I say, different situations, you know, where you at and everything. I'm lucky enough to get to do this job here in my shop, just because I'm getting to do it, you know, preventive maintenance, and that's what I like doing. I don't want my truck to break down out on the road if it's something I can do, you know, before it happens. And, you know, who say this water pump wouldn't last, you know, 200,000 miles before it went bad. But, you know, I just don't want to take that risk because it breaks down out there on the road. Depending on where you're at, if you can get a part, you know, a lot of places I go, I can't even find a shop anywhere. A part store probably 50 miles apart, some of these places I go. So, you know, if you kept a water pump, something like that on your truck, that wouldn't be a bad idea either. But I just try to do all my work here at home. And so I got them two bolts out, y'all. And I may have to bump this loose if it don't break. Yeah, it's pretty snug. Let me get a hammer and bump that there and get that broken loose. Got that pump loose there, if we can take it out. hard getting it out there. Just alright, y'all, here's my new water pump. It is the Cummins water pump. That's what I put on it about 100,000 miles ago. And it does come with the new rubber O-ring seal right there. And I did check my old water pump when I took it loose. It had just a little bit play in the bearing. It wasn't much, maybe a 30-second play. So I say 100,000 miles is a good time to do some preventive maintenance, taking these water pumps off before they actually start wearing too bad and cause that seal to start leaking. But you know, if you're doing you know, over the road trips like I am, 1,000, 2,000 miles away from home, you know, you don't want to take a chance on a water pump going out there on the road. It's just better to try to do it, you know, preventive maintenance. And you know, if you're around home, you know, if I was around home, I wouldn't took this water pump off, to be honest with you. I'd just, you know, wait for telltale signs of it going bad, then I would place it. But it's just a whole lot easier for me to go ahead and place it like this. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this pump put on, get torqued down, and I'll let y'all know what my torque specs are on them boats, and get it filled up antifreeze and get it purge air from the system there, and we'll be ready to go. Yeah, when y'all install this water pump, it's got a weep hole. That weep hole goes down toward the bottom. So just to let you know, I'm not sure. I don't think you could put it on backwards, but just in case, that weep hole always goes down there. The torque spec on these is going to be 18 foot-pounds. I got my belt back on, and that was the hardest part of this job. If you had somebody help you, it'd be a little easier. What I had to do, I had to bring my tool up here and put my belt up on my water pump pulley, and then slip it across the alternator pulley. But now I'm just going ahead and hook all this back up. Right there, I got that connector for my clutch, fan clutch. I got it pushed back in right there. Now I'm going to get ready to connect this back. Then I'll just go ahead and put my bolts back in here, and the nut on this, and go ahead and get this air filter box back in. And then I'll be ready to add my antifreeze to it and purge air, and we'll be ready to go. Ready to hook these two connectors up. Got my breather installed there. Got a little red lock tab right there. You're just going to push up and push back down when you undo them there. But real quick and easy. And another thing I did, I always do, I take a water hose and I spray off all my belt, the antifreeze I got on my belt, and I spray off up underneath my truck, just so I can make sure everything's good and clean. That way I can determine if, you know, if I got a leak on something, just get it all cleaned off real good water before I crank it up. Y'all, well, I got my water pump on and everything, done let it run a good while and make sure the air was purged from the system. That's what I was doing a little earlier. You've seen me undoing this right here. Just undo it and let the air bubbles come out. Some people do it, some people don't. I just do it, and a lot of the air is just going to be purged through your system here anyway, but I always like doing this right here, just, you know, for good measure anyway. But I want to show y'all the antifreeze I put in. I put this Detroit Power Cool Plus. It's an oat antifreeze, and I got this at a local truck shop. Now you can use the Mopar brand. It don't matter what brand you use, just as long as it meets your specifications for your vehicle. And this particular vehicle requires oat antifreeze, so that's what I put in it. And everything went real good on installing it and everything. I would say the belt, probably, in my opinion, always probably the hardest thing to do, but it's pretty much going to be the same as the other models, except it's a little bit different, you know, a little bit tighter and stuff. But this, I didn't see no videos really showing how to do a Gen 4, and so that's why I want to do this video, kind of maybe help somebody out there. You know, if you got any questions, just leave me a comment below. Maybe I can help you out. If you had a question, if I didn't answer it, or something that was a little confusing in the video that you don't completely understand. But it's pretty much straightforward, y'all, real easy. And I appreciate y'all watching the videos. And as always, friends, for my family years, y'all have a blessed day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.